Captain, Christian Wrestling Federation TV, another week, another great matchup lineup, another great gospel presentation. Tell them what's going on.
Every week, right here, Humanoids on CWF TV. You don't want to miss it. We have all the action, mainstream pay-per-view style matches, because that's what we put out. Plus, we have the gospel presentation. The C of CWF is all about Christ. And I tell you what, Bill, I'm excited. Another big match tonight right here on CWF.
Your excitement is getting me excited, and if you're not excited, you just hang on, because we're about to go crazy right here in the auditorium. Let's turn it over to Rodney Schiavone in the ring.
Was the $20 bill.
Omega, the mailman, open up with a handshake. Referee Haas blocker. And the crowd with some chants for the mailman. Lock up in the center of the ring. Mailman with both the size and the height advantage, or excuse me, the weight and the height advantage, very easily pushes the 170-pound Omega back into the corner.
170 pounds. Was that before or after a shower with his clothes on?
Oh, big takedown on the mailman.
That's like a 75-pound sack of feed that they would do out on the farm.
There goes another lockup, and Omega went from behind and took the legs out from underneath the mailman.
This kid is relentless, though. I will give him that. He doesn't have quit or give up in his vocabulary. Come to think of it, there's no vocabulary in his vocabulary. And lining him up in the crowd, trying to get behind their favorite. They have the crowd favorite and they have the sentimental favorite. And he slams him down, now going to pick him up by his head. That's not nice. But I guess in this you're going to go ahead and take the leverage or whatever you can use as leverage.
Oh, good neck breaker by the mailman, and Omega is holding the back of his head. Mailman trying to stay on the advantage. Scoops Omega up. Oh, and a back breaker. And that could have really hurt Omega, who is really tending to the small of the back there. Haas blocker checking, saying he can go along. Now mailman going up to the second rope.
And down he goes, and oh, just goes ahead and pummels right on top of Omega and hooks the leg.
Only a 2 count. Haas calling for the 2. Oh, and mailman very uncharacteristically with a kind of a shove into the corner. Now he's got some big boots and delivering some punishment, some pain into the corner on Omega.
Guess we might even call that like a shove chop.
Whoa! I have never seen the mailman as intense as I'm seeing him right now. He is really in this to win it.
Well, he could be obsessing about PFC Graham too, after that loss that he suffered last week at the hands of the Marine and his major.
Hooks the leg, only 2. Somehow Omega got the arm up. Mailman seemed to be a little frustrated, wanted to stay on the attack.
And using a little leverage right there around the top of the head of Omega.
Oh, and there was a jawbreaker on the mailman. All right, Omega. Now Omega trying to start some offense. Shoulder tackle off the ropes. Omega just really wanting to stay on it. Goes for a bulldog. Omega is down. Omega now going for a roll-up. Gets him. Doesn't quite get him. Mailman with his hands on the rope and was not able to get the roll-up. What's happening?
Is he getting a throat roll-up?
Oh!
And down it goes. Oh, the double
Omega
knees.
with the knees to the back. Mailman's down. Now Omega going to the top rope. Taking a little bit of time there. Big crossbody. Mailman's down. 1, 2. And I thought Omega had it, Captain.
Oh, yeah, the flying mosquito came down and almost got the 3 count.
Flying mosquito. The young man's doing a great job trying to stand up to Mailman, but Mailman now scoops him up and just powers him back into the ring corner.
All right, flying dragonfly, I'll give you that.
Omega was going in for something, ended up taking a boot by Mailman. And now, the special delivery. Special delivery by the Mailman, and that should be it. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 count.
And your winner, it is Harley Mailman Ramirez.
What an exciting match that was. Mismatch as it was, I'm impressed week after week with Omega because of his stick-to-itiveness and the fact that he doesn't give up.
BamBam Malone against our very own electric Kelly Hayden.
And lining himself up.
Captain, I will not tell a lie. I so wish I had Bam Bam's hair.
Well, we could do a scissors match, and we can give it to you.
Hair versus hair match? I don't have that much hair to lose. It's short and spiky. The Goldilocks, BamBam Malone, sizing up electric Kelly Hayden. They go for a lockup in the middle of the ring, and Kelly Hayden, oh, but look at the quick work of BamBam Malone, and neither of these men are wanting to let go, and they are both just going toe-to-toe. You know, I was once told when two elephants fight, the ground suffers, and right now, these two elephants are trying to figure out who the bigger elephant is.
And there's referee Carl Knight, once again getting in between them to break them up. He's had enough of watching them dangle on the ropes and decided for them to break that clutch.
I believe Kelly Hayden is saying he pulled the hair, which is very odd as Kelly Hayden has no hair. Both men sizing each other again, Captain. Oh, Bam Bam went for a boot. Kelly Hayden scouted it. They're doing a little jig, they're doing a little dance. Oh, and Kelly Hayden smacks BamBam Malone into tomorrow's breakfast. Big flag elbow, and BamBam is down. Big body slam, and Kelly Hayden hooks the leg, 2. Only a 2 count, but he did hook the leg, Captain.
He did hook the leg, but there's a fire in both of these men because they want that shot at Barrett Brown when he comes back next month to defend his title once again.
Kelly Hayden with a big right hand. BamBam Malone in the back, favoring his mouth.
Lines him up, and Carl Knight lecturing him on closed fist.
Big knee right into the face of BamBam, and BamBam is just dead on his feet. Doesn't know where he's at. Big snap suplex, and Kelly Hayden means some business. Only a 2 count.
Only a 2 count, but back to not hooking the leg again. And BamBam Malone proves time and time again, especially with a man of power like that, you cannot just rest your arms on his shoulders and think he's going to stay down and you're going to get the win. And a big side kick right to the solar plexus. And now Kelly Hayden lines him up.
Shoots him off, is going to go for a clothesline. BamBam scouted it, hung onto the ropes. Brilliant maneuvering by BamBam. Big belly to back suplex, and that one just took the wind right out of Kelly Hayden. BamBam going for the cover. There it is, hooks the leg, 2. Kelly Hayden kicks out, and Carl Knight signaling it was only 2.
Only 2. And now he's going to go to work on the side of the head.
BamBam not happy with that at all.
A little extracurricular activity to the side of the head. Nice chop right across the chest. That's going to leave a BamBam right on the chest of Electric Kelly Hayden.
My goodness, they heard that across the pond. Kelly Hayden reeling from that chop, and BamBam now taking control of this match. And did you see how hard he shoved him into the corner, Captain?
I don't know. Did they have clearance for that launch?
My goodness.
That was a launch across the ring, and Kelly Hayden bounced like a rag doll right up against the corner.
This is turning into a grudge match. Look at the disdain on the face of BamBam Malone as he's just shoving his hands in the face of Electric Kelly Hayden and Carl Knight pushing him back.
Nice leverage maneuver once again from BamBam Malone. He's got a 5 count, and you can use that 5 count to your advantage.
Crowd solidly behind Kelly Hayden, but man, BamBam Malone means business. BamBam Malone wanting to finish this match. Oh, and he drops him right on the small of the back. And Kelly Hayden is in some serious, serious pain right now.
And I couldn't quite tell what that was. It looked like BamBam was asking Electric Kelly Hayden if his new aftershave for his arms was smelling really good, because he was just rubbing back and forth across the face of Electric Kelly Hayden, but that friction causing that pain and that wearing down.
Kelly's got the hair. I just saw Kelly pulling the hair. Very uncharacteristic of Kelly. Big kick to the knee, and that is BamBam Malone's bad knee. If you'll remember about 2 years ago, he ended up tearing his meniscus, having surgery on that. Big, huge boot to the face of BamBam and Kelly Hayden trying to stay alive in this match.
Oh, atomic drop. That is not a pleasant experience. And once again, BamBam going for the cover.
Oh, I thought that was 3, Captain. Every time these men do a maneuver on each other and go for the pin, I'm thinking that's it. What is keeping either of these men kicking out?
I don't know where they're getting the strength of this. This is a high-intensity, fast-paced match. Both men leaving it all right there on the mat inside the squared circle. This is what Christian Federation Wrestling is all about.
BamBam saying he's the #1 contender, spending a little bit too much time jarring with the crowd. He needs to stay on Electric Kelly Hayden, and Kelly fighting back now. Going to work on that knee, now the midsection.
I do like those rapid-fire rabbit punches that Electric Kelly Hayden gives. Takes the wind right out of even a man of the stature of BamBam Malone.
Kelly goes to shoot off a reversal, up and over, pushes him in. Oh, big double clothesline, both men are down. Carl Knight checking to see if these men are still in it. He's beginning the 10 count. If neither of these men get up, it will be a no contest.
Well, they're both starting to stir now, both trying to find their way to their feet. Where are they getting the strength to do this, Phil? I don't know. Youth and ingenuity, I guess. And Electric Kelly Hayden taking complete control of that match.
Brilliant neck breaker. Kelly Hayden jumping up in the air, grabbing him from behind. It really took its toll on BamBam, but look at the toll it took on Kelly Hayden as he is struggling to get over and pin him. Only a 2 count.
That's got to be about as close as you can be without it actually being a count.
Kelly Hayden can't believe it. BamBam Malone can't believe it. Carl Knight can't believe it. I can't believe it. Captain, can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. And now climbing his way up.
Kelly gets him up. Oh! BamBam with those elbows to the jaw and a roll up. Pulls the tights. 2, 3.
And he managed to get that pin.
BamBam Malone blatantly pulled the tights. Referee Carl Knight was not able to see it from his standpoint. But BamBam got the win, pulled the tights. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. He is still our #1 contender.
Phil, if I've told you this once, I've told this to you 100 times. If you don't get caught, it counts in wrestling.
President Graham having some words while Envi just kind of watches Johnny Lawless.
Be Johnny Lawless.
Referee Stephen Tooker not only is going to be our referee, but he is going to be delivering our gospel presentation tonight. So that should be really, really exciting as soon as this main event match is underway. And Captain, this is for the Tag Team Championships of the Christian Wrestling Federation. If Envi and Graham can pull off a victory tonight, they will win those titles.
Well, I guess gold is gold. even though both men are looking for the heavyweight championship title. If they get the tag team gold, they get the tag team gold.
Johnny Lawless looks like he's going to start off with PFC Graham. The Lone Star Superstar wearing his state of Texas bandana. And there's the lockup in the center of the ring. And Lawless gets a wrist lock on him. Oh, kick to the upper shoulder. Winds up that shoulder and going to work on the shoulder, the wrist, and the elbow.
And going on that shoulder right there, trying to see if he can't wear PFC Graham down.
PFC Graham down. Johnny Lawless dropping a leg on it. Now going to work on the elbow. Submission maneuver. Stephen Tooker checking, making sure that PFC Graham doesn't want to give up.
And once again, ever present around the outside of that ring is major inconvenience. You never know what wild card he holds.
Oh, very interesting. I thought Johnny Lawless was going to shoot him the opposite end of the ring, used his momentum, pulled him back in, and PFC Graham just went face first into the turnbuckle.
And that's on those turnbuckles. Also, not a whole lot of padding on those, so it takes its toll on you if you hit those things 3-4 times throughout the match.
Johnny Lawless walking the ropes, Undertaker style. Comes off old school.
And the Undertaker would not be proud.
Not sure what happened there. Looks like Lawless must have landed wrong, and now he's having some issues with his knee. Look at PFC Graham just stalking him. Runs up behind him and just going to work on that knee. Captain, I believe Johnny Lawless, you see he wears the knee braces. He may have just torn his ACL.
He could have. And those knee braces may be all that's holding his legs onto his body. But first rule, and you know this, Phil, if you get hurt, you do not let your opponent see what you hurt, because that's exactly where they're going to go.
Well, and now look at it. Good tag teaming right here. Sebastion Envi comes in, delivering some kicks to the knee of Johnny Lawless, and this could play a major factor into what's going to happen in this championship match.
Gets that leg looped over that rope.
Stephen Tooker trying to break the hold, because obviously Johnny Lawless is at the ropes, but the damage has been done, and Lawless needs to desperately tag in his tag team partner and rest that knee.
That is a long way over to where the buzzard is, though, and he can hardly put any weight on that knee right now, and Sebastion Envi goes to work on it.
He is really struggling to even stand. I think Sebastion Envi senses what's going on here as he's just kind of looking at him and watching him and staring at him in disgust.
Oh, and he's picked him up by the head and showed him to Buzzard as if, do you want to tag this man? You can't, because he's doing a great job of cutting that ring in half and not letting Johnny Lawless anywhere near Buzzard.
You're absolutely right, Captain. You know, Sebastion Envi going to work on Lawless. Lawless tried to get some offense going. All Envi had to do was just kick that knee, and you can really see our cameramen are right in the right angle. You can really see the expression on Johnny Lawless's face. He is in some trouble. Stephen Took may have to stop this match before they do some serious damage to this young man's leg.
Grabbed a hold of the rope to break that hold, but I didn't think a leg was supposed to bend in that direction. You couple that with the knee brace already on it, it's amazing that that leg is not just jello.
Nothing illegal about what Sebastion Envi is doing right now to Johnny Lawless, and Johnny Lawless is in some excruciating pain. And again, the tag out, and Envi and Graham doing a great job of keeping a fresh man in, really keeping the attack on Lawless. Buzzard, a non-factor in this match so far.
And with the size difference between right there, that's exactly the way that you want it.
PFC Graham with a DDT on the leg that puts all the pressure on the knee. I am really concerned for the knee and the health of Johnny Lawless.
I think Johnny Lawless is really concerned for the health of the knee of Johnny Lawless, and he's unable to do anything about it.
2 count. Somehow Johnny Lawless kicked out. I mean, it would be a shame to lose the match, but at the same time, you've got to take into consideration your career. This could be a career ender tonight.
And now Sebastion Envi back in there, taking up where PFC Graham left off, and still maintaining that center of that ring is a spot where Johnny Lawless could not get to, and Buzzard is yet to see any time in this match.
You know, you made mention of it earlier. They were doing a great job of cutting that ring in half. Johnny Lawless trying to get some offense going. Just gave him a jawbreaker. Big clothesline, but you can see Lawless cannot even stand on that leg. He had absolutely no strength on that leg, and he desperately needs to make a tag to Buzzard.
This place will erupt if he makes that tag with Buzzard. He's a crowd favorite.
He's gonna get it! He's gonna get it! Here it is! Buzzard, the first man in! And Graham, big clothesline. Another clothesline on Envi. Back elbow on Graham.
And Buzzard calling for him to come after him.
He throws Sebastion Envi out over the top rope. Big body slam. Sebastion Envi going to the top rope. Buzzard seems to be looking right at him. Buzzard catches Sebastion Envi like he's a sack of potatoes and drops into the mat.
He definitely does that. And the legal man is Sebastion Envi, if I am correct.
Lawless and Buzzard trying to double team move now. Does Lawless have the energy? Amazing, amazing maneuver. And look at Johnny Lawless really struggling with that knee. Buzzard going and checking on him.
Wasting valuable time, not going ahead and finding
Sebastion Envi just decked Buzzard and pulls PFC Graham. There it is, 1, 2, 3. We've got new tag team champions. We've got new tag team champions. And Stacy Tooker, what was that? Something just fell out from underneath the arm of Sebastion Envi. Steven Tooker realizing what just happened. If you'll remember last week, I told you Envi pulled something out of his trunks. He had an illegal weapon, and he just knocked out Buzzard.
He's calling CWF Commissioner Rodney Schiavone.
There's some commotion going on between Steven Tooker and the Commissioner Rodney Schiavone.
All right, illegal weapon used during the match. Ruling by the referee, the match will pick up and will continue right where it's at right now.
Steven Tooker.
The match is not over.
Steven Tooker reversing the decision. The match will restart. And now look at him going to town on Johnny Lawless and a double team on Buzzard.
Dropping those elbows, dropping those big arms.
Big double team moves.
And once again, perfect example. If you get caught, the penalty is you didn't get the win.
Lawless is completely helpless outside the ring as mayhem has erupted, and PFC Graham and Sebastion Envi are going to work on Buzzard. Buzzard is all alone. It doesn't seem like there's anyone that can come to his aid.
There he is, but he's not letting go. Double time. What a power move from the Buzzard.
My gosh, they went for a double suplex. Buzzard reversed it and suplexed both of these men. I tell you what, Johnny Lawless is out right in front of us. He's trying to crawl into the ring. He's trying to help. I just don't think he has it in him.
He doesn't, but Buzzard seems to be hurt as well. He doesn't know who's in the ring legally, who's going to take the win, who's going to be victorious. Oh, this is really exciting.
Another big slam by Buzzard. PFC Graham is down. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And PFC Graham got that arm up at the last second. And Captain, I am really, really concerned with Johnny Lawless. He is really hurting with that knee.
It's leaving Buzzard in there to fend for himself.
This match is 100%. You see Lawless trying to walk off the pain. Buzzard is solely responsible for this match right now. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I can take...
Oh, there goes Phil once again. My goodness, once again.
Captain, here we go again.
I'm just amazed that here once again, Phil has been distracted by PFC Graham.
Yes.
going to be serious repercussions because part of our contracts is we only get to be in matches that we are booked in, and for us to go and interfere, there's always a problem. So this continues on. This is not over, folks. Christian Wrestling Federation on the Christian Wrestling Federation Television Network. My goodness. And right now, a little jawing going on between Major Inconvenience and Phil, the real deal Bishop. What was that?
You know, Captain, PFC Graham interfered in my match last month, so I was not going to let him win this match tonight. Hey, Phil Bishop here with the Christian Wrestling Federation, and today I want to talk to you about friendship. You see, last week I went to a men's conference where one of the topics was on friendship. And you may not realize this, but the Bible has a lot to say about friendship. We were not meant to be alone. In fact, the first problem in the world was not sin, but solitude. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 18, God said, "It is not good that man should be alone." Proverbs warns us that the one who isolates himself breaks out against all sound judgment. Now, one of the most interesting things that I hear from people, especially men, this was a men's conference, a lot of men don't have any friends. They may have their family, and they may have some acquaintances and people that they work with, but they don't really have a group of friends. And I think what separates our ministry from other ministries is that I've got a great group of friends. I've got a group of men that I've been able to do life with for the past 16 years. And what's really neat is that because of these friendships that I have with these brothers, they're able to hold me accountable, and I'm able to attain a closer relationship with Christ through their encouragement and their prayer. So today, I really want you, if you're sitting at home today and you're watching this and you're lonely and you don't have friends, or maybe it's not important to you, I want you to understand that the Bible is chock full of the importance of friendship. Let's jump over to in Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8, it talks about how Abraham was considered a friend of God. Moses spoke to God face to face as a friend would. That's in Exodus 33, verse 11. True friendship is more like a covenant than a contract. And I think we've all had those friends that maybe come and go in our lives, but you ever had a friend, or maybe you haven't talked to them for a while, then you pick up the phone or you run into them somewhere, and it's like no time has passed at all? True friendship is like a covenant. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24 tells us that a friend sticks closer than a brother. Also in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 10, it talks about not forsaking your friends. You're starting to develop a picture here that the Bible wants us, God wants us to be in fellowship with one another. That's where church comes in. That's where ministry and being involved comes in. You get to do life together. Here's an interesting one from Proverbs, verse 19, verse 4. Wealth brings many new friends, but a poor man is deserted by his friend. The cross is history's most heroic act of friendship. Jesus said, "Greater love is no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends." John chapter 15, verse 13. John chapter 13, verse 35. "By this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another." That's something that we're missing in today's society, in today's culture, is love. If you're noticing the pattern, God wants us to love, to be loved, and to have friends. Jesus said, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." And greater love has no man than someone who lays down his life for his friends. And that's what Jesus did for us. Jesus laid down his life for us so that we could have friendship in Jesus Christ. So if you're sitting at home today and you're lonely and you have no friends and you're yearning for that connection, you're yearning for that friendship and that relationship, all you have to do is receive the gift that Jesus has already given to you. You just have to reach out and you have to confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord. Believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead. And if you will cry out to God, the Bible says he will stick with you closer than a brother. So I just want to encourage you today, make that decision. Receive the gift of Jesus Christ. Tell someone. Reach out to us on our Facebook page. We've got our number and our email on the bottom of the screen. Get involved in church and get involved in ministry. And we'll see you here next week on CWF TV.